Okay. This is Bad News. Welcome. Okay. So, what are we talking about today?
We were just talking about YouTubers that we like and how I was talking about how when you just watch people's snaps and
Yeah.
you're just they're just being super honest and funny without trying and shit. And I never even show snaps where it's showing my face or shit. I hate when it's even my voice and shit. And I need to get way more confident in that area. Not that I want to be doing vlogs hey snap, guess what just happened? But
No. Yeah, it's I don't like when my voice is in it unless my face is in it. We're just over the camera.
Yeah,
It's so awkward to me. But it just sounds weird.
How we are here trying to do YouTube and we're hey,
no, I don't
it's
think
the
that's
same.
a security thing.
Yeah, true.
When other people do it, I'm like that. You can just since the mic is close to their face, even if they're if they're with a big crowd, you can just hear their isolated, weak voice, and it just sounds
yeah. And everyone from my high school isn't about to watch hilarious. My YouTube videos. It's different.
But no, some of my favorite. The fact that JuJu Squad and Rachael Cobb know each other, two of my favorite YouTubers. JuJu Squad
influence
is
for our soon-to-be
literally
channel.
Everything I want to be as a, I don't even know, short filmmaker. If I become that, I'm not even sure if I'm trying to. I want to
strive to
get on that. Just gotta have some funds for equipment. Can't just start from nowhere. But and for fashion. And Rachael Cobb for fashion, they're just both
effortless.
You can literally. I know you can't really tell that somebody's a good person, but I'm saying you can tell that they're both just great. You can at least tell they have good personalities and just just individuality. They're both just aren't afraid to be themselves. They're just don't give a fuck.
And that's what I strive to be.
Oh my gosh, Rian Phin. Don't even know where to start. Probably all time. I think all time favorite. She
the kind of beat you follow on every account.
Or not even she. Her pronouns they. But fan.
They could make an Ask Jeeves and I'd be like, how can I? You can't even make an Ask Jeeves, but
fantastic. So good. Perfect. Every single thing they do.
What are you supposed to?
Every single video, the style,
and it's just not just
the personality.
We love them. It's every video was actually amazing.
No, for real. The personality, it's just it's us to a T. Except
actually.
For no, it means where it's I'm you but stronger. That's literally it. That's how it is. That's how it feels watching her videos, or watching their videos. Especially with the rants, their rants. It's just wow, go the fuck off. Go off.
Not in a creepy way. I'm trying to be you in an inspirational way.
I'm trying to be you. I've never seen somebody just get a message across.
So she'll talk about things that I don't think they'll talk about things that I don't think that I've experienced, and then 2 days later I'll be oh shit,
that's been happening my whole life.
That's been happening. Oh my goodness.
Is wow. Don't put your face close to the mic because in the last podcast you could hear my voice is normal and you were fucking screaming and you would be oh my god, you kept doing that. It's don't talk to me or just look somewhere. Don't be
that should be if we edit this. It should be in the beginning.
God. I just hope everything's on the up and up with Depop. It sucks to not have a I wish I had a real job. I just feel so much so my life is just not together right now.
As do I. I was sitting back and I was in the shower and I was oh, look at all I've done today. And then I was but in reality, Nadia, what have you done? And that voice is so much louder than the other.
It's just it's weird because it's I'm doing the fucking most, but I feel I'm doing nothing. And it's just no, I'm doing stuff, but it's just I'm going somewhere. It's just not where I think I should be going. And it's just dang, because in my head I'm wow, I'm not already registered for classes and living in dorms and all the stuff that people on Snapchat and Instagram, blah blah blah, the people from my school and stuff are doing. Oh, I don't have a job, so what the fuck am I doing right now? I'm literally the most behind person.
Yeah,
that's
all signs point to bum, but in reality you're trying very hard.
No, for real, it's just I have a lot of shit going on. I'm not gonna list it out, but I have a lot of major shit. Nothing's been dormant. I've been working on shit all the time. Every single one of the things we do.
Day.
No, literally, we spend all we do is just fucking work.
And then at the
And
end,
it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Or no, it feels like work,
Yeah,
but it
when I was
doesn't
taking those
feel
pictures.
like it feels like I'm doing nothing. But it's like all I do is fucking work. But I can't say all I do is work to somebody because they'll be like, you don't do shit. You don't have a job.
It's the kind of thing where we're not the kind of people to brag, but it's also the kind of situation like, bitch, how would you even if you wanted to?
No, yeah, like it's like all we do all day is sew or photos, posting stuff, doing stuff for Depop, or I'm like trying to figure out. I'm doing stuff with my whole nonprofit and calling Kim and doing shit. Like it's just like things are always moving, but it just feels like today when I read Nate was talking about he registered for his classes finally, and I was just like, I'm doing nothing. Like I was like, and then Meemaw too was like, I told him about how Meemaw was like, oh, when do you go back to school? And I was like, that.
Yeah, we don't even talk about that shit here. School.
Like, no, literally, and it's just like, I always say that, like, I have to get this idea out of my head that like college is so necessary and like has to be done right now. And if I'm not doing it, then I'm not doing.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Anything, but it's so difficult. It's like a thing that's been ingrained in your head. It's like trying to like drop all Eurocentric standards, all these impressions that have been like implanted into you for years, trying to drop it overnight. It's like it's not going to happen.
And even if you realize like, oh, that's the thing to do, you're never not like you can't shake that guilt or like self-hate feeling.
Literally, it's embedded into your head. Like you can't just think something. I mean, you can, but I'm saying it's hard for you to like tell yourself something and believe something for like years upon your entire life, and then to just be like, oh, realize that's completely untrue. And you can't. It's hard to just drop it. Like like you drop it, but your subconscious, like
it don't.
Yeah,
and even if you come to terms with it, like in yourself, when you're explaining it to someone else, it can just hurt.
No, yeah, having like, somebody else's judgment on top of that, it like reinforces your little subconscious little like voice in the back of your head that's like, no, you're not doing shit, bitch. Like,
and everyone can see it.
No, you're reinforcing
that Jocelyn Hernandez.
No, literally, like this podcast should just be about not doing the expected route.
Yeah, and having to deal with that day to day.
Doing something alternative and like having to deal with people's judgment and just
your own judgment.
Your self-acceptance that you've chosen to do something, I don't know, out of the ordinary, basically. It's just like, I don't want to, I mean, I literally could not drop everything right now and like, I mean, I could, in theory, I could. In reality, like, I couldn't just drop everything right now and be like, well, I'm going to go off to, like, Georgia State and, like, go to college. Because it's just, like, I don't have the money for that. I downright cannot afford to go to a 4-year college right now because I'm considered out of state. And even if we're in state, I could do it, but I don't have any FAFSA because mom did her taxes, blah, blah, blah. But,
complicated.
It's just, like, it just seems like, wow, next semester, it's just not working out for me since I consider it out of state. Like, that's how it was in my head. It's just like, I'm not going to go to school next semester. Like, I was just, like, accepting it. And then today when Meemaw said that and Nate was telling me about his classes, I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, I just created this, like, fake reality of projects to distract myself from, like, what I really should be doing. I was like, I need to, like, register for classes. Like, I don't have my classes. I was freaking out. I was like, what am I doing? I got online, figured out what was holding up my application for Georgia Perimeter. I wish I would have actually just done that because it's dumb to have just like left it in limbo. Like I should have actually followed through with the shit. But it was like didn't have my transcript, which is dumb because I sent my transcript, but I resent it and then so I'm still like not. I don't know what's happening there because I has to send yet. But it's just like even that like. That was literally today. It's still now, like it's now. But it's like I realize it's hard to actually like people. You can go ahead and just guarantee that people aren't going to take you seriously. They won't. Like, but it's hard when you yourself like can't really take yourself seriously and take your project seriously and be like, I believe in myself. I know if I don't go to college next semester, that I'll be able to like stick to my projects and do well and they'll grow and I'll be fine with that. Even if like you can't just like take other people's definition of success and people's definition of like doing well and put it onto yourself. All the time I'm like, wow, I literally went from like I wasn't like a kid in high school. I was literally just the same. But just by graduating, it just like it was fine to not have a job and live with your parents. And now I'm like, I literally am a leech. Like I need to get a job now. Like, I need a job. Like, that's how it feels. I need some source of income. Like, I hate just being, and it's like mom does not
Our
act like
mother
that.
is extremely supportive
She's
in
so
us.
chill with this. She's
She's
fine.
so great.
It's just like me thinking about other people. It's basically like fueled by just fear of judgment and like other people looking at my situation and being like, oh gosh, wow, that girl's a bum. Like, wow, that girl's not doing shit. She's just living like, I feel like a 28-year-old something at my parents' house who just like never left and just doesn't have a job.
That's
And just,
exactly how I feel being 20 and not knowing how to drive, not having a job. But in reality, it's like, what bills do I have to pay?
we
Where
don't
do
have
I
to
need
pay
to
shit.
go?
Like
and it's like transportation.
who decided like, oh, once you turn 18, you or 20, you know, once you hit this age, you need to have it all figured out and you need to be somewhere. It's like, no. First off, that's just ridiculous. A ridiculous framework to like push upon every single person. Like, everybody's life is different. Second of all, that's a dumb young age. Like, dumb young. It's like ridiculous to actually think. Like, that is why so many people are in debt or
Literally have loans.
yeah, and it's just like people are like, oh, like,
And that's not the life
like
I'm trying
no,
to live.
it's just no.
Whatsoever.
It's like we have a place where we can live now, and I mean, I'm not trying to like talk down anybody who is dorming. Like, if I had the opportunity and money to dorm or had a scholarship or something to dorm, I don't even know. I'd probably do it. I mean,
It's just not for everyone.
yeah. Like, I was thinking the other day, I was like, wow. Like the other day, I was thinking last night, literally yesterday, like, oh, like people are really dorming. Like people, like on my Snapchat, like my friends. It's just weird to see your friends and feel like they're moving forward and you're just staying in the same spot. I don't know. It's just like not a good time, but it's like only not a good time because of me.
Yeah, like I even catch myself like I believe in me and my sister 100%. Like constantly, like we put a lot of work into this, and I believe in myself. But I realize that every single time that I've described what me and Ashley are doing to others, like even to me, mom today, I describe it so horribly. I was describing it horribly and not trying, like not. I wasn't trying to make it sound horrible, but like I don't put it. I immediately just think like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm a bum." Like before she was even like she wasn't even
You
looking at
just
me.
it's that whole
Yeah.
like oh I already know you're gonna think this way, so I'm just gonna change what I'm saying to like
Yeah. And I like that. I need
to
cut
compliment
that
what you're.
as
It's like no, you don't go. There is some bug going
dying
hard
to
at
get
my
in here
window.
tonight.
No, yeah, it's like just trying to adjust what you're saying. So like maybe the judgment will be as bad because they don't think I'm crazy naive. Like no, you just got to be 100% confident. And this is why I want to screen print that Kanye West tweet on a shirt. You know what I'm talking about? It's the one that's like, oh, dream so big you get uncomfortable telling small-minded people about them. That exact tweet, you want to screen put it on a shirt. I will sell it. I'm gonna wear it myself and then I'm gonna sell it. No, I'm dead ass. I'm literally that's like a fire shirt. Like that's really nice. But it's the truth. Like if somebody's small-minded and they're gonna sit here and judge you, it's like hard to be like 100%. You can pretend to be confident and stuff, but it's really hard to like
It only goes so
actually be
far.
like people's words and shit hurts
They
for you to
do.
be like, yeah, for someone to sit there and be
And
like,
especially if it's someone close to
ugh.
you.
I can tell this is how Dad and Miss Deborah would come at us if we really told them everything we're doing, like
Our
the
dad and
full
our stepmom.
plan. Like, if we sit there, they would come at us with that whole like elder shit. Like, when in reality, it's basically like I live my life in a way that I'm not happy with, and that's just how you live life in my book. So
Come
you
here
need
and
to
get
stop.
this debt, boy.
No,
Like,
literally.
there's so much
like
debt.
like what you're doing is not right and it's naive and it's just not gonna work out. So you need to stop. Is basically what they would say to us, which is dumb because it's like you need to be like, oh, I live my life in a way that I hate it. Good for you for doing what you want. Because you don't. Okay, I hate when people who are older. I get that you can look at somebody and be like, this person is naive, but for you to just assume all the time, to look down on every single person that's younger than you, and just assume that you know that person, or you know what they've been through, or you know how their life's gonna go, or do you know what I'm saying? It's just fucking ridiculous.
Like,
I hate it.
I
And I
wonder
hope I'm never gonna be that person.
the older and older I get, and I'm like, is it just going to creep on me, and I'm not gonna realize it's there,
No,
or
really.
like, what is up with
Because
that
if like
sense of like entitlement?
no,
Like,
yeah.
I've really seen it all. I'm 40,
I
but
know the
like,
kind of person
honey,
that's
I
like, I've
know.
seen it all. I know what this is, and I know what you have to do. I know life. I've been through life. Like, are you really gonna? I always have it in my mind of if I'm talking to somebody I don't know. Not, I mean, no, always in my mind because if I catch myself when I think when I go outside of it, I always have it in my mind as like, oh, I don't know what this person's been through. They could have literally been through anything. They could have been like raped 40 times. Like I don't know. I literally there's no way for me to
I know
know
what you mean.
what this person has been through. So it's just like for you to, I don't know if you consciously think that, because even if I go outside of that line of thinking and I'm like, this person doesn't know what they're, I'm like, oh, I don't know what the, like I catch myself.
Because people stay surprising you.
Yeah,
Like,
but for you to like, for you to know you don't know somebody, and for you to go and be like, oh my god, and to even compare struggles or compare hard times is fucking ridiculous. Because somebody who's 10 years old can have struggled more than you in your entire life, and you don't know that. And you like it's just dumb.
like a
How
struggle
are
off will
you?
prove nothing.
I know. Like okay, we both have our hearts. So what? Like what
And
does that
then
have to do with
even
anybody?
more so, the same two people can go through the same thing, and it can affect them so differently.
Yes,
Like every
everybody
single
is
person is
different.
so
So
different.
all you can do is respect somebody and be like, wow, that takes a lot of balls to not like. I just, ugh, this is why it would just be really great. I can understand why you would want to live in LA like Stella Ray. Stella Ray, another one of our favorite YouTubers. At a time like this, in a place where it's like basically it's acceptable for you to not go to college and to do what you want to do, and it's not looked at as. I mean, it's. I'm sure there are people in California, but to be in LA, like for you to do something unconventional or to be like, oh, I'm not gonna do the norm. I'm gonna try to do something on my own, like an entrepreneurial type thing. It would be like, oh, okay, I respect that. Like that's cool. You're doing that. A lot of other people around you will be doing that. That are around your own age. But here, it's. I literally was telling Nate this. It's not. It is just not a normal thing. People don't treat it like it's normal. People think it's like a fucking weird thing. Adults, like, people don't even really take gap years here. I don't know anybody who took a gap year
That's
who
wild.
knowingly like Kim, who my friend Kim, who's a salutatorian at my high school, was talking about I just want to take a gap year. Whenever I was, she brought this up a lot because when you're about to graduate, teachers ask you a lot of shit, adults ask you a lot of shit, like what college you're going to, and then the adult would always come at her as if she literally just said, "I'm not going to college," like ever. She would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a gap year. I think I'm gonna take a gap year." And the people were like, "Why? Why are you doing that? Don't do that." Blah blah blah. And it's like, I get it to a point, but for you to just shame somebody and be like, "No, that's not what I would do. So you don't
Like,
do it."
you're not my mommy, you're not my daddy, you're not me. I'm so
Literally.
confused here. Like, explain to me why. And then you give me your reasons, and it's like, well, for me, and it's like, well, that's
This
literally
season, you
that's the
that's
only thing that's the only
literally.
thing I got when I took a gap year. Like, oh, you should never. I know that I would, and it's like, so you have experience being you.
I know, and it's like, it's so
And when
annoying.
I started college again, I wanted to do it even more. Like, they think that within that year you're gonna realize, oh my gosh, it's a
It's
sham.
different
Like,
for
it
everybody.
is. And
It's
for
like
me,
for
I
some
wanted to
people, yes, a
go.
gap year may very well result in them not going to college. For other people who want to go to college, just like they
College
just
is
want to go.
different for
I
everyone.
know, and
Everyone
it's
is
like
different. Like,
I know everyone is different, and a year is a year. Like your circumstances are not the same as anybody else's circumstances. So it's just like a year passes quick as hell.
it really
So it's just
does.
like I don't know if you're a responsible person and you are serious when you say you want to do something. It's like a year is not gonna change you or deter you from doing what you want to do. Maybe you'll find something else that you would rather do, and it's like okay, that's different from you getting distracted. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's different from you being like, wow, I found what I truly want to do and what I feel like I should be doing. But it's just like, although you can't live anybody else's life for them, and just it's just dumb. I mean, I can kind of get a motive behind it. Maybe it wasn't, well, it probably wasn't fully thought out. Because it's like if you're in that situation and you were like, I took a gap year and then I got distracted and it took me so much longer to get to where I am now, and you're just trying to like help somebody to not go through the same shit you went through, I guess. But I'm sure every single person didn't do that. Like, I don't know. Like, that's why it would just be nice. Like, I know too, also, I feel like this is a thing that rich teenagers don't have to deal with. I feel like if you're like a very well off or rich teenager, it's probably a more normal thing for you to be like,